For coming for this amazing film director walk, I'm the cameraman of this movie. So on your way out, please grab a postcard for us. If you like this movie, please help spread the word on social media because we need all the help we can for promotion. And if you want to talk to me more or talk to me any questions outside or up in the ball, again, you can get more postcards in the ball. But on the mail, please get one. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
The answer, but in the scene where our main lady, whose name I forget, she was wonderful, and she's like walking out right after she's taken up coke there, and it's just had like that sad montage or whatever. She walks by, and there's a guy, and it's like a woman and a man, and the woman's crying, and the man is soothing the woman. And then she walks past, and there's a man meditating in the background. Those are the only two extras in the shot. Was that like? Was there some deliberate act of coordination? Because they were doing like such specific things. I was just like wondering.
It was a way longer shot. We actually have the shot have her come out from the elevator. It was supposed to be like, you know, in office they have a park where people like chill out, be themselves a little bit. Like so if someone's meditating, someone like cry to their friend. So that for her, that's her space that she can get away from the insurance company that she's working and get away, like so that she don't have to pretend to be a normal person for one. So this like escape. Like we actually try to find that location. In spot, so many places. It has to be in the city, but it has to be a park. You also have to be like, you know, beautiful sunset, and also feel like makes sense to be in the middle of an office building. So this is like a breathing place, basically like what do you call this, smoking spot kind of place. So that is where she can breathe.
And I think that this director always likes to represent a lot of like community activities. Right? A diversity of activities in public spaces. That's like a recurring theme. That's a good question. Yeah, he always has like different sort of acts represented. Yeah.
Do you know like how long does it take them to actually get customers? The sign language.
Oh, I think they have long before we shoot. They have long training, like very intensive. Yeah. Like the New Yao, I think he sometimes like either when you're shooting or even before we actually shoot the movie, he'll put what do you call a ear plug in his ear so that he can feel how he feels. And sometimes even in the scene, we also, I think we don't do it all the time. But sometimes he does it, and then we was considering like in post we have to like black out the earplug. But then I think in the end, like it helps him to get into the world, and he's so good in the movie. Like,
do I remember correctly that they worked on sign language for at least a year and a half?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, they were really, really serious about it.
Yeah, at least very early on, like even when they're rehearsing, the director will ask me, "Hey, can't you to come and see them rehearse to like into that pacing?" Because like the way they talk is the way they talk. The way the pacing is a little different than covering normal dialogue scene.
So how long was it in production? From like production to the end by your knowledge? Because I saw this thing in the movie and it said like 2022.
We talked to the one of the producers, you know, when she first started the project. 10 years or 7 years? 10 years ago. 10 years ago when they started, like, oh, let's make it. And then at first it was, I heard that it was like 3 different short stories. But then the director, they like, oh, in the end, they combine them together into one interacting, which I think is great. And then like,
and it started as a philanthropic effort. Like she had been volunteering with deaf people, and then wanted to make the film. So it started from that, and then she was someone on this sort of philanthropic mission in search of a creative team.
Yeah, and then they add in more writers. They find a director who write more. I think that's like 4 or 5 different writers. So like they all collaborate together to like enrich the film. Yeah.
So like once you guys finish the film, do you guys show it to like a group of people before you try the whole audience?
Oh yeah, I think not so focused group. Like definitely pass around like Kay and I, the producer, or different people. I think they also show it to the deaf community also, so like to get get things right.
That's the kind of part that's like, I know you guys spend a lot of time to perfect it, or like it's like how people perceive it. Especially like the deaf community.
Yeah, because
how they,
because it's so controversial. Like implant or not implant, sign language is like, I think they try to strike a balance. To feel like everyone to find their own path, but of course, like everyone, like what is their balance could be different.
Yeah, and I think it is also culturally specific, right? I mean, I think that as the movie travels, different communities have, I think, there's different shades to the responses. I think, but
So the whole set or beyond, or 2 sets?
Also, are those 2 kids? Are they deaf too?
He is deaf with coherent English.
Gotcha.
He is not, but I think his father is deaf.
Gotcha.
I think his father also acted in the movie too. He's the guy, and he himself, during lunch, he will be broadcasting himself.
Oh, really?
As a YouTuber.
That's so cool. But they are such a good actors.
Yes, so good. And then like, he really looks like the real.
A little bit, yes.
Not only the look, he has that cocky energy.
Yeah, right.
So
Yes.
fun to watch.
That's so cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just finished watching the movie and we're here in New York City. Let me ask them some questions. Kate, as an actress, how did you feel and how was the atmosphere like working with Kai and also director Wong?
Director Wong is very kind on set. I mean, I think he spends a lot of time preparing, and he's meticulous and knows what he wants. He has a very gentle way of giving adjustments. So he's a real pleasure to work with. And I mean, Kai I've worked with a million times over the years in every configuration. So so he's easy. And Hong Kong has a very close knit network of actors, so it kind of always feels like seeing your camp friends. It's a real pleasure to go to set and see everybody.
Which one is the most difficult scene to shoot for you?
Okay, the one of the most difficult scene to shoot in the way we talk is the group scene with all the people playing a game on the beach. Because we want to preserve the energy of the scene. So we try to have as little cut as possible. But then it's exterior, and then like the light is going, and then it's like a lot of actors to coordinate, and we try to do it in one shot. So like in the end, we preserve the one shot. We still have coverage, but then like to get everyone doing nicely in one shot, that was more stressful and difficult.
So how long was the entire shoot?
I remember it being around 20 days. maybe maybe 1 plus or 1 minus. I think it's around 20 days. If I
20
remember
days.
correctly. Yeah.
For the way we talk,
Yes.
that just won the audience award of NYAFF. That's only 20 days. That's really amazing.
Yeah, it may be one more, one less. So the production team may have better memory about that because we also do a little pickup afterwards. Yeah, because in Hong Kong, like our budget is limited, so we do all we can. And I know the movie involved many cast members. We have to go underwater. We have a very great underwater cinematographer, Ken Leung, who is also play as the diving coach in the movie. We have to, and a lot of the actors are not professional. So like, so it is difficult, but I think everyone was pulling their energy together. We have 2 sign language instructors on the set to make sure that we get it right and help us with ADing also. Directing team is amazing. I think the fact that like everyone was so passionate about the project itself helped us to able to make this in a relative modest budget.
Okay, what was your most favorite scene? Besides Kate's scene.
But my favorite scene in the movie is the scene in it's like a like a garden. It's like a garden in the air. It's like a park and garden in the middle of the building in the commercial district of Hong Kong. And the character was there doing sign language to herself. And then we shot it in the perfect timing. The actors great, the scene, the location was great. And then we just got this like melancholic feeling to it that it's not insanely sad, but then like the gesture and everything, it feel like a dance. And I really enjoyed that part. So I think that might be my favorite scene.
As a cinematographer, what kind of visual treatments did you use?
Maybe I'll use it as one scene as an example. There's the scene in the Dai Pai Dong when Sophie like took off her implant for the first time and start the sign language class. For her, like we have to show that like how the world feel like to her when she have the implant and when she don't have the implant, or like the outside part of the device or the device.
The receiver.
We have to show her like with the device and without the device.
Yeah.
And the way we deal with it to visually communicate that feeling was that before she took it off, we have a lot. The depth of field is deeper because we talk about it. I talk about this with the director because when you can hear everything, the world is busier, the mode is more distracting. But once she took it off, we maximize, like we make the depth of field as shallow as possible. So that like, if you like, the world is more focused, about one thing at a time. It's like the attention is more focused. So, and then we also move the camera closer to the eyeline. And then so that like you feel like you're watching one thing, more focused, more in the world. And I think we did that very well in that scene. You really feel like when she took it off, the world feels different. And then I think that really make the sign language class, more interesting and really justify why the character is so into sign language from that point onwards. And we pick the location, director when he write the script, the location, it was picked very, very well because it's Dai Pai Dong, which is supposed to be a very busy, noisy place. And that create a contrast. And for me, it's like one of the most important part of the movie. That scene is because you have to justify her love, how she started to fall in love with sign language. And I think that's also my favorite scene too.
When you guys work with actors who have different kind of hearing, how did you deal with that?
In terms of logistics, like we have, we have two sign language instructors on the set, and the AD also start to know sign language too. And then we give instruction both in voice and also in sign language. When we say action, we don't just say action. Someone will do a sign, then so everyone knows we are on the same page. So like we have different moderator on the set to make sure communication is is going past along the whole set to make sure that happen, and then they do a lot of rehearsals. And then the sign language instructor was watching the monitor very carefully to make sure everything is solved. So like, I think everyone was also patient to each other. Like they're people who can't hear well was patient to us, and so I think that make this shooting smoother than it could have been. Yeah, I think it's just like everyone was basically like try their best to jump in to communicate when like someone don't understand, we come in like sign language or like whatever. Yeah.
How was the dynamic like working on set for this film?
Yes, I think the dynamic is like actually everyone was everyone kept I think the dynamic is like everyone really care about the project and they really want to make sure everyone on the same page and understand, or like, so I think we actually like put more effort to it to be nice to each other and to make sure like between me and the AD or like AD and the sign language instructor, like I think the fact that like we care about how each other so much actually make things smoother, instead of like everyone is very active in terms of communication in this movie, more so than normal movie would, which I think because like we just want to make sure everyone understand, and once you do that, like we do understand each other very well, and it's a family, almost like a family atmosphere that like we care so much about how each other understanding of things.
For the diving scene and the water scene, did you actually go into the water, or?
I think for the diving scene and water scene, I think I do a few shots. We actually have an amazing underwater camera person. He is Ken Yeung, who also acted as the diving coach in the movie. He's an actor too, and he's great. And then we managed to find like a not so easy to go to spot that just have very, very good water to shoot underwater, because usually Hong Kong underwater doesn't look as good. Yeah. So I think I give like the biggest credit to him for those beautiful shots.
Where was it actually?
One of it is in Qinglong. We shoot mostly on the beach part. But the actual underwater, we shot in this place called Wan, which you can't go to unless you rent a yacht or boat, because there's no land transportation. That's why it stays beautiful.
Yeah, we just came to visit.
Yeah. Hope we're not too noisy talking.
No, we thought we were too noisy. We felt bad because we thought we were too loud.
So like the turnout is good, but then like we still have a smaller release, so it depends on human interaction.
Aren't the biggest, usually typically like the biggest box offices are like or like foreign movies, right?
Parasite. In Hong Kong, for example, like the most selling movie with F1, Superman. Although this movie is actually the box office champion of Hong Kong movie in the first half of 2025.
I've always wanted to visit China. Oh, good. Yeah, here, amazing things. Especially public transportation, right? Public transportation is awesome.
Oh, well, actually, yeah. I mean, we're in Hong Kong, and actually, like the MTR is pretty great.
It's more punctual than New York.
Yeah.
You recommend coming to Hong Kong?
Yeah, come when you can.
Whenever you get a chance.